Hunter coming up against Rogue. And this is, as far as I see, the last Hunter. So if Alchemist goes down and Koyuki wins 2 in a row, we have no more Hunters for the rest of the day. And collectively, every player watching, who also ladders and ranked, rejoiced.
Yes. I don't think people will be all too much disappointed. All right.
So the win does go to Koyuki. He did have second Eviscerate. It was very unlikely that Alchemist would have been able to get through anyways. Looks like he was tightly contested. And that's 4 in a row for this Rogue deck from Koyuki.
Riding that momentum.
Is Rogue the X factor here?
Yeah, well,
we'll see.
I said it earlier. I think it just fits.
Karma, Freshka, and Admirable all have Rogue. We were told Admirable's decks, by the way. We didn't have it until right before the broadcast. So we were told that he has a Rogue, which means Rogue is the most represented class.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And I think it makes sense considering the line of which we were talking about. A lot of those tricky, fancy plays. Here we go. Hunter versus the Rogue. I know Alchemist loves his aggro. Even though he just lost with Control Warrior, he is primarily a very fast player at heart. So let's see if he's doing any of those shenanigans. Or maybe he'll surprise us.
Let the hunt begin.
You see Koyuki holds on to SI-18 as well as Blade Flurry.
Smart choice.
I'd say this is a pretty decent hand.
Bring out your dead.
Well,
Your dead.
he's got to hope that Alchemist does not have 2 1-drops here. 2 1-drop death rattles.
Yep. But looks like he doesn't. And the Undertaker does get stopped. Looks like the Deadly Poison will be just enough, and he does have other things to do too with his Youthful Brewmaster or his Novice Engineer.
Youthful Brewmaster, you said it a little bit earlier, but it could be applied as just a way to get a bigger Undertaker early on. If you have awkward plays early on as a Hunter where you're floating a mana and you still have an Undertaker alive, you can Youthful Brewmaster back like a Leper Gnome or a Clockwork Gnome.
Well, in this scenario, when you're trying to add board momentum, it's not that great.
Nope, it's terrible actually. Let me take back my Leper or my Loot Hoarder.
Yeah, just kidding. Didn't want a Loot Hoarder. Wow, Koyuki insta-calls on his Blade Flurry. And he's going to test. And when you see Loot Hoarder, I think you already have a general idea that this is more aggressive Hunter.
Did we see 1 secret or 2 come out of that? Mad Scientist.
We had
Those Mad
1
Scientists.
secret. I believe this only runs 2 explosive traps.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It does look like Face Hunter. And this was the Hunter that I presumed would be the more popular version. Has the potential to add a little extra burst later on.
Man. Koyuki plays so quickly. Jeez.
He's actually been streaming quite a bit lately. I've been watching. He doesn't stream to many viewers usually. In the past, I think he had more, but maybe 400, 500. He plays fast on ladder as well. Just years of card game experience has turned him into a seasoned veteran. Just merciless, expressionless. He's a cold-blooded card game killer.
This guy's toast.
An assassin. Well, I really like some of the synergies with the Brewmasters here on like the Novice Engineer into the combos. Really strong. Now Alchemist, he does have a lot of damage. Wolf Rider, Arcane Shot, Kill Command.
Wow, okay.
That's 10 damage in hand, and then you just hero powers over the course of turns. You might be able to do this and just kill him anyways.
So he could do 7 damage this turn to put him at 8. He would be 1 damage off lethal the following turn with Owl, Kill Command, hero power.
Right.
But, I mean,
you can try to slow play this, because he does need a hero power in additional time. The Ancient Brewmaster buys him. Well, Ancient Brewmaster also could be used on the charge. So that way.
Well, not this turn.
Yeah, next turn. It's tough. Also, how much damage does your opponent have? Are you using Arcane Shot to the face or to this Youthful Brewmaster to reduce some of his damage?
A Stone Tusk Boar off the top next turn would be lethal if he goes all in here.
I don't think it's Stone Tusk Boar.
You never know, man. Youthful Brewmaster on the Stone Test Spore. That's 2 damage. For 3 mana. Or 4 mana, because you'd have to replay the Stone Test Spore.
He's really hoping for a farce here in the next 4 draws. Well,
There you go.
don't mind if I do, and he's got a Brewmaster too. This rogue deck is on a tear.
Yeah.
It benefits so much better off of the Brewmasters than other decks.
Yeah, the Novice Engineer as well is just a nice addition to sort of smooth out the Brewmasters as well, because you can use it as just sort of an alternate card draw method.
Oh man, the more I see it, I feel like these Brewmasters are just weighing down, and I don't think Hunter was the right class in this case.
No. It seems good in theory. Oh, I can Brewmaster my Wolf
Charge.
Riders, but by the time you get enough mana to do that, because to be able to Wolf Rider, Brewmaster Wolf Rider, that's 10 mana.
Right.
For the Ancient Brewmasters.
2 Farseers with a Brewmaster.
Wow. Well, that's it.
Game 2 is in the books.
That was a very quick victory there.
And Koyuki is ripping. So I guess all Rogue needs to do to become competitively viable is to put 4 dead cards in other decks and to synergize with Brewmasters a little bit more.
Yeah. If only you could have the choice to insert 4 cards into your opponent's deck on ladder. It's all Rogue needs.
Yeah, I guess that's all we really need. Pretty cool, though. I like some of the plays that we've seen so far. And Koyuki's definitely making a case that not only is he winning the series, but he's also putting the best use to the secret ingredient, which is the Brewmasters. Now, there's still a lot of competition. Alchemixt is not out yet. He still has one more deck. It's the Warlock. But if he's out, then Koyuki plays against Karma. And after Karma, there's Freshka. And, of course, we wrap up the day with That's Admirable. It's going to be a quicker day. But, you know, Koyuki has a lot of money he can win, up to $750.
Yeah, and you said earlier, behind the scenes, before we went live, that the players actually talked amongst themselves and with you to decide their
Yep.
order. So the earlier they go, the